Yebana yede nkoma udona ababa beto aso kama pray timi yede amount to join area ya o akwenya so be join here live on Fakye TV o hefia wa yisha Fakye TV on Facebook o search on Satoso awa like wa share wa comment receive no yebani akenkan comment no etimi edi amount Fakye TV on YouTube unya over subscribe wa like wa share na ne ma koye pray timi yede amare Koma yede bano edosu ye papa. Amanode kobo bediki aba still. Oko drama so Real Madrid na eye woto pa. Paris Saint-Germain echo bobo mekano mako enaya na chesomo entimi anshebi. Na the grand finale Sunday Paris Saint-Germain team from Chelsea de ebo enia ebo na ne madeda ye pa. Wo de bebe na ya kenke timi era ma. On your WhatsApp line no 020-754-3637 020-754-3637 na boa na nema de da ye pa etni edi amane ye brana nkoma odo na to aso bidwa for na krado Habib Mohammed special one professor ewa hanom El Maestro Big Brother the Maestro Sexy Maestro ewo fidie mana face no Ricardo Vras obeti omunyina nka Luther Kendo Bako amanone yem producers na mekere choso mo edroso pa ebi mu gbo ejuma fifie no na ebi mu nso ye ejuma wa ha and Abraham as the executive producer, the deputy Gilbert, Erofua, Kofi Ayu Philip, and our face on your set Amwako, Murphy, MC Malik, and also an Managerial Caesar, Abranspire, Alsace, and Eddie Blay. Omina Buana Jumadino, the Arabic Timiera Junior, and they held up postige, and so Ebwage my boy, Maniama Koye pray to me, Eddie Emma, kama pa, and I feel the love, rich, Aja Kama and Chorena, 3-6-3-7, ra, scoreline na a bayano, na a young woman. Fine na ye Romuno, one echo, aqua J Sunday. Nina Bania Dunko, Mamma more quick, me quite bape, Yabo Modernia shall say, and I'm on Inseno. Atwa so etimi ra mamo ye ba sisi a so yera so jama ye bo adwuma na abo na ne ma de da ye pray etimi e de amahena ya call amanone na amanone sem no atwa so de ama mo agye che number 0207543637 0207543637 abo na ne ma de da ye pray ama ken bibi abo call there
nyame adum bra na also e
benso me wa de pa ma tise say Christian no God.
Oh, yes.
Attach it down.
Oh, yes.
Arsenal. Okay.
Yes,
so, no, a senior man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Premier League or experience room.
Okay.
And say Arsenal, kakra.
Moshe Sheba.
Oh, yes. A Bereche Eze. Onobeba.
Onone Abnes.
Yes. Onobeba.
Namon do striker.
Striker Beba.
Sa.
Because Sporting CP, Victor Joe Carres. Preseason no Pisca too much. But Andra better. So a savibi ebibeba
na aboni omonkase your proper strikers we league man obana ma team no 5 million ko betim the team no club na masajiko Ghana Premier League
na de na Madrid mo ma me fa bi
oze si ya be fa bi da
mo be fa wan
say opari fi Ashanti Gold na kobo under 17 na ye to and you know ohwema ti ze bia kwampoku so abo Black Stars there yo obetimi afara beta mo amo ho okwa Hanza Isamo Omo ne de cry adije na ewu me say on sa 60 million na we mo je no o uche me say na yi ba ko bo ayo omo na be ma o
pompe player na nkasa ho kra na ko ba straight no what say Madrid and us
where they now where they
we say
ken
ye mon paye because your league no standard na eba for muntia because emre bi atwam se chila iliasu no MON-FRI na koye
local arts na cry pen ma hon se bi so ye
ko ka de be pen no nka window ni BSA e ma players no kro mo mo ra akosoro e che adwuma nko mo ye saha because uko Egypt bi se South Africa ubeko e bi se Algeria no mo players ti ko mainstream Europe dem mo wo de sene ye no man on fa nguna kwam
but it ya catch all call for no I say was strikers book mo woni bope fa ba akokwa ampoku
unya striker bi o say obebo ama Arsenal mo nka nche
amu nyina bebo why ti recommend your mama on call for no now I try mo say 70 million pounds no and 60 million pounds so omu chemu 7 omo bre one kra aha ye players ko re be me sa be ka mo amo de akọ why Mr. Otini omo nkasa Made said na me de ato ani mo
Mate
tuwa na mo wa me olutaken
Mate
ana wo sere
da bi bibia da yi
ontime nya maya na onya me ehunu enko ani
je be why
If I go why?
Right, Taverna sense so now you're breaking it down, now you're touching it down, now you're knocking it down. Near Jamu power on in Semo, Mammy Adam Lalana, Toja, as a Liverpool player, one in a brother, I'm on my twin and I'm on Seattle, Nadima, Jogo Jota, as well Ramo Amforda, what we are penny tribute, at the Ama Jogo Jota, and in a brother, I'm a player come up, and no Premier League team, you're from Wolves, and now the coaching staff, and the playing body, almost resume preseason, and then almost sweat me realm, I show solidarity, and now someone could pay almost tribute, at the amount delayed, Jogo Jota, Wolves, almost team passing on, and air banner, the technical team. The play body and the AC no almost pay tribute at the Liverpool player now. What that ni Benkumsono and no Jogo Jota, one in the pattern, your friend Andrew Silva and I would general Amforda or Omujo Munshre, MON-FRI, Akotoso Kama, where your footballers FIFA ranking month of July. Namina Chumama. Now, Upiama me pacho, Ghana. Daurama FIFA World Ranking latest the month of July. And no any tasono. Na Ukorama mamin fan to a name. SSA fit Portugal at the 8th Netherlands at the 7th Belgium at the 8th Germany 9 and Urama Croatia at the 10 and no at the first African country or Tim Ramon or Miami pacho you from Morocco or Tosso 12 we are saying we are first in Africa and Nigeria second in Africa we are in Nigeria at the 44th Ukorama South Africa as to at the 56 we are on the 10th Africa na Urama Ghana ya drop it at the 76 as so we are in Patrimony baby Ghana da na Ura Ghana da 76 so far ya drop it ya pay our latest FIFA ranking Toka na Enuachu Pima na Sekenya at 109 and Togo 120 and no at Pamichamon. I'm breaking it down as so at Yamamo na me patron my team of the week after FIFA Club World Cup semi-final game 1 semi-final game 2 Mami team of the week. First 11. Now you're breaking it down. A goalkeeper, Gigi, Donnarumma, or Pacano Pambana, Stormy Mao, as a bar sister part, or Mama Yan Chumpana, or you're between a too much, or no any picture Lucas Berardo, a man kissing a girlfriend, and a family side picture and video, no, as well the brown goalkeeper, team of the week, or Damon, Hakimi, Ashraf, the Formula and Pan one and on the right back, Reverend Mark Kukurea, Asujan left back, and a young Marquinhos, and a Travo Chalopa, on Parfum 5 Confia, you want the brace scorer, and your fair Perrios, and Enzo Fernandez, and a Winkers, and a Pedro Neto, and a Bradley Pacola, and a João Pedro, and a Osman Dembele, on the leader attacking and a Depa, young fast statistics. Kakra M2 Ubrama so far group stages form so far 63 matches 192 goals and now to PM now all 32 teams no opia at least opia shall go teams appear also and players from 41 different national teams and nationalities and so far so far 41 players from different countries and that match go 9 on goals and PM for 14 and Asha fastest goal FIFA Club World Cup now 1 minute 51 seconds against with that essay and watch the clubs are so far elite our total goals our World Club total FIFA Club World Cup Man City Asha 16 goals Bayern Munich 16 goals Paris Saint-Germain 16 Chelsea 14, Juve 11. Na golden boot contenders. LED goalkeeper Nipa 4, Obiacha 4 goals. And your Gonzalo Garcia Opo Ed Madrid, Sansuna Angel Di Maria Opo Edma Benfica, and watching Marcos Leonardo ono Abo Aswa and Urama Fair Perios, Wabo 3 Pedro Neto, Abo 3 Hurricane Abo 3 Kenan Jones Abo 3 Sansuna Jemen Betarame ono Ewa 3 na Ellen Holland Aswa Etimi Abo 3 and no Ed Tower Ye Church among na Mamin Fun to a name na Urama top assistants or mom assistant Tewa Enzo Fernandez was assistant Ewa 3 and Trent Alexander-Arnold was 62 Bradley Bacola was 62 Hakimi Achraf was 62 Kvaratskhelia was 62 as well assisted and I will show it to say Adekule and Macaulay Jorginho Oliver Torres more or Munina 62 too and no idea by clean sheet or goalkeepers ball and Tomatinum our matches to and you're Donnarumma so far 5 clean sheet and when you're Fabio and you're Fluminense goalkeeper 44-year-old goalkeeper or 3 clean sheet Weverton our Palmeiras and you're 3 Ronwin Williams our Mamelodi Sundowns or clean 2 sheet and Ultra Anatoly Tropin or no A2 Esteban Andrada on your 2 Gregor Koppel or no A2 goalkeeper Yasin Bono A2 Robert Sanchez as A2 and no Eddawan ye church am breaking it down as Edamamo ewo A2 so na mami enwamo Real Madrid or more management so far almost say asemanya ba na Asempai and a Madrid some or more issues so far. Club no management some Pesovo a young woman after the club World Cup at Dam City or more so far or more so far from a team work a collective problems and a more or more lack of team cohesion a Madrid or more Mbappe finish or junior or Pesovo sacrifice someone yonko way a yaman Poma Wenji we eselpa we enforce so babwa wa wunya ready eselpa weke as a team player catching nya kwana ko na oma usem ma el totanom enya dese epabwa almost the club officials are planning meetings with the players to clarify their commitment and understand their ambitions ni nyina set team work essential as at Madrid Poboko no na almost Vini Junior we are so far the performance no as at perform Killing Mbappe expectation on Omunya Sa na nyina on Alonso bebe no ono team komo no ma twena team work etuma yaduma Rodrigo dia metene sa omni pressure ono so ompe making it clear e dia akire no ese openya team MON-FRI club no enko on shadanka Alonso the plans unsa eno e dia baye making it clear eso adamamo am a prayer kama na Pano Gonzalo Garcia mamen fam to a name ese so far final decision regarding the future the Dutch afena Madrid ekopema and answer on tina or Beko loan by there was a priority and so Obetra Madrid now them final decision perfect empanyin for naba and no ede tawa mi chamon na omomo be Raul Asensio Omuye disappointed player nankasa disappointed on the performance Opesho FIFA Club World Cup no there were pen ankosa na osi there were tear and no say obere asa normal ebefa next season pressure say oper returning to his best na be player kama o jide mapa asa the La Liga season and last season come on when you say Club World Cup into obere na wa bounce back na piaso ya fine as for Adamano and no Adepa Alvaro Carreras a Benfica player the Madrid so to be finalizing by end of this week where Monday Obetumaba no pen medical Adama Real Madrid no persuade my fine and no Adetawa Micham Adamamo not Danny Olmo not over holidays or called vacation. Na diamante ascend vacation will trust I be pay more the sponsor City a resume training and no Danny Olmo no Daniel Olmo bra obepemo the Sport City na wa returning open training and no and that's why you're breaking it down not you're touching it our basa on offices or could do 2 solid hours na damete on hands flick meeting on in your basso showdown talks in your basso one say autographs na per report amete and so officially basa and for the outcome from the meeting in my 100 test again as open won't come plans a quite no name opa ubetumoko but team enforce as if team ko name opa betna what we are 10th choice goalkeeper na and also sano more games unshadanya bina a 1 Garcia and Sashini and my first choice goalkeepers and no a 1 and watching the church after 2 solid hours meeting in Panaway Kaka and your Jamamano not my fun to a name as a passer still almost decided by now your friend Aya Casado no a bassa and your renewal on Frankie Young not Mark Bernard as any papa a passa Bevan Casado one sudden pimo the maintenance pass and paying for a take decision. As a Omupama Pino Epico, Sebra of Fabiba, not Emuche, Nasa Emu Eta, Ompama Casado, as well as Tim Marco, and no Edeba, de Barcelona, City Council, no, made it to a name as a 1 Gampa trophy, Aya Basani Como, Naomi Line Sismianu, and San Sometimo Bono Spotify, or Metmo Spotify company, and the good news about Barcelona City Council, are granted Bassa, activity and works licenses or multi amount a Chelsea so far a 1 Gampa trophy a Chelsea first significant step or mu enye na Juma Ecoso stadium or Munsaka na say omu twem occupancy licenses na eno just some we adwuma ni nyina and Salomon Sapeka or Omunsa etmiaka na ni nyina no omu he esa basa management no discuss with the city council and firefighters some finalize it, save assets. Require who do a room of the Spotify company or some young one to one training now and watching us on James Stadium now or Nipana or West Sombe Rum 1 Gampa trophy a swate about 25,000 to 35,000 and a bit more rum. Nina sir almost initial plan. No man saying can you pass 60,000 and a 1 Gampa trophy on Pe Roma Kuchebim na stadium or Omunya MUA. Just a north stand and a south stand or Omu Etimawie answer and a Biaswa to my camera. I'm a Nipa or Swamupamuno or Matumama Pama Biaswa camera. Now occupancy lances no the maintenance just from a UBPA and Sanam paying for approve the Mama or Matumia approve as so at the Amawomo and no at the Pamichamon as so at the Amamo not Mamin Fan to a name as Pinepa Luis Diaz the maintenance from Liverpool Dinapa. I'm going to say the middle passer, right foot back, and Marcus Rashford. Say put to Napa, say a loan, say a straight deal, or to the Rashford upper, no, I come Hansi Flick. Yes, or your dad might take a decision. Now, I'm not sure the paper. Let me sort my fine. And no idea by me, church. I'm breaking it down. As so I tell my mom, now, Mammy, and your way, Mamma, Mammy, and call Manchester United. Players are resume a preseason. I join teammate now. Ultra Bruno Fernandes, Manuel Ugarte, Casemiro, Diogo Dalot, Rasmus Holland, Omunina Abba, Oma Johnny Timon, our quarantena, Esha preseason. I say, I'm a player command. Now, Napoli president, Mr. De Laurentiis, was a parties and Kofokika, as Leandro Garnacho. Omo peno what's a young crab omunim komobia na onka omo plans as Leandro Garnacho Napoli for Kofana Dinaba there be entesa no edeba na me patro kopemo Brentford omo so mo precise question we o João Pedro Chelsea £26 million Mohamed Kudus Tottenham, 12.55 million pounds, and Anthony Elanga, £55 million. Jimmy Gittins, Nebo 52 million pounds, Nasa Brand in Bilmo, Nebo ASA. Almost say, Ocha boy na a Premier League season. Otimi Asher 20 goals last season. Now Obi Ego say now Modisikaki 12 nearby. Brentford forces are trying to start statistics. Nurse Onuna assist to Disro 9.2 cents. And now Ope crosses a 202 or Daso Ope just a distance. And now Pomo sprint more else. Eba and your sub and Omonton. And we are only Watkins said them it's a top target. Edma Rubin Amorim was so far Ope a striker. Our proving striker at Naba, now Abba United, Nabi Piasso Ayakama, and no Edepa Benfica, as a Omcromun Sam. 20 million euros at the patches almost there. Monye Namama Pine and Samra Field. Now Ome enjoy football. Now Ome Pajuma. No Pena coming to Benfica. That's 20 million euros. Omo Epede at the Romo Chelsea for Jean Felix. And no Edeba. Now Frank Leboff was it Chelsea in APLG Fanano or Becca Kakra was in the Yamashino. Says a team Piano PSG. Pebo Piano 4-2 team. As a 1-0, 3-0. 4-0. Utanyana 5 above. Madrid Aquaje 4. Uja let come at Omache. Any teams I can say Inter, Moache and Chelsea, or Frank Lopov was say any or say Monfantum team, Asana Mopajashamo, a Yadaya, a Bequetiamo, and no iron summer penino, a Yatuda was say I'm scared for the young boys. Young boys, no church was in Yam Shanama or Musro or Sotama or Fen or Moba, not more Pamofana, not more Pajak Mosadia, a pen was a bit to me, a homopa, and no iron summer run at Yatuda, not Chalopa Yabusano, as a fan and walker day, or some prepare said a game Piamo Prepeno, no Monte so Tokopino, and Yomu, or Mama Sabo Prinkinsima, and Tia, or Mo Epecofanano, now Omu Epewini, Omu Enso PSG, Omu some said the best team in the world, now so Omusromo, and then some Chaloba, at the Atuga, now Mitoma, was some fun to be some Brighton, we help you, Papa, a 2-year contract, name of Muni Ninkomo for extension. No cousin any a Brighton, no Mitoma, will trap dropper, or Bessere, some more pen on Mamma, Nananiche Elho, and no editor, and one of the two name, as Ivorian, Simon Adingra, or say Adama Sunderland, and Dylan Ayadan, when you assign a Sunderland, or Bob Equanan Dasono, Nesse Pino, Dylan Ayadan, or and no Cosina coming Piasso Ayakama, now Liverpool Romo Frankfurt. As some penner who got Ikitiki, Apeno, now so far, Tim from Frankfurt, as a Liverpool pound, 86 million taxation, 86 million pounds, the power Munsa, a pet Marcano, and no at the Tapama Swami Chamon, as to Adama Muchmedian, so not Louis Diaz. Person pay and run to a name as already to catch a Liverpool as I renew my contract or let me live. Say was the transfer request. I got to Dama Liverpool. Ninans Pamunchin for enemy Casa, Bassa Etach, Al Nassau, enemy Casa, and no airport. I met them. What catch a Liverpool for so many come on. Now Omunchan Wonko, and no at the Tapama Swami Chamon. Now wouldn't say Tottenham or Magman. Or no, and a team no ever sent so where the main man and no and a Thomas Frank taught them new boss at the data more kudusa. I'm also for a near jar or quite medical. No one put to my command as to at Yamawomo and no at the top of my soul. Not Mammy Christian no God. Na young child and you're done and you're done and you're 2 years plus additional year. And I was saying at the Arsenal, I had £10 million from Brentford. When Mikel Arteta, Etina, I'm a player coming in video in you. And that what me are joining Arsenal or your Arsenal player on the very Preseason party. I'm a best what my come and you're Christian Monka, no, as to attest for Arsenal.
Martin, have you spoken to any of our players since you've? Only very briefly with David Reyes, I know from my time at Brentford, and then the captain Martin, who texted me.
David and Martin have to say about the club?
They both spoke so highly of it. They keep describing this as a welcome to the family feeling, and I think it's really nice when a player like Martin speaks highly of not only the players, not only the coaches, but also the whole staff around the club and the media department. There's just so many people working in this organization, and he spoke very highly.
Boy, now friend Christian Nogard as a new player to Ama Arteta, Abona Basom was sitting in Yajisa with that point. What coming on? Why a versatile player now, boy, way was what me a baby, and so far the physical presence and intelligence and a on Mikel Arteta or Pamela Boy to Makama at the Ama Arsenal was so strong character and leadership skills. Pebble Arsenal too much, and when someone run attitude. Now, I'm going to say Daniel Komoli as 7 players, and Oberto Dama I got 2 door. Now, or the strength 2V or team or see department to be on Epe realm. Now, or my strength and one of Biaswaya Kama, and you and some open the 2 guy. Now, the maintain some passer, Rafael Yao or more Enyas or more Peno, and no similar official PTPR, every Barcelona Mae, Rafael Yao and Torad, Alpedina and some passer, a person. And no Edeba. Now the Italian Ugrama FIGC and yet the Italian Federation. Omusoma prove some Milano Como. Omukemi Betoka Australia. And yes, Serie A game. Now a pass of first European League fixture. Omupon outside Europe. Now says Omope. And you 4 more green light. Omope green light from FIFA. Omope approval from UEFA, Australian FA, and Oceanian Confederation. Omunamo yes. Nessa Milano Como, Papa Australia, and no idea permit Amamo, El Jumadin, so not Fiorentina, almost so official man so 39-year-old Eden Zeko, almost for the next 2 seasons at Yamomo, now trying the presentation. And if you do Mudiapa, be pay a camera on a tassel as a 39-year-old striker, Eden Zeko, at Yamomo, Atalanta Somope, Sofian Amrabat, na Urama Fena Bache, as on the 25 million euros bar, Omo Eperton, Namum Atalanta, as a Somoton Pina, your friend Edison Pep, and Wombena Sikako Fano, as for Edinapa, and your crucial day, Adama Victor Osimhen, and there, send no Pauline Galatasaray, a pen negotiator, Nina set release clause, and Anna to 11:59 p.m., and a 75 million euros, and also not me patron. Panawiya and Tomo and Timamia Delna, a Bajan Papa, Nasa Galatasaray, a Ramson Pekokipa Mike Mignon, or Dam Edma AC Milan, and a sofa player, and a Gokipani Yason call, or Betana Milan, Upper Juma at Yamomo, and no Edamete, Inter Milan, almost Omar rejected permanent, and a loan offers from Bologna, Napoli, Lazio, Fiorentina, Cagliari, Parma, Como, Sassuolo, Torino, FC Bar, Leicester, and Ajax, and Nottingham Forest for Benefit Esposito. Almost offers Bebrenaba, as Omu Boyna, your friend Exposito, Omu Epenum, almost Omu Pesa Watina, no Oka First no Pojuma, no Piasu Etmia Kama, and no Pamicham Etamamo, no Valentia, as meeting to draw for Benefit Javi Guira, no Omu Pesa Omu improved contract, Omu Churchim, no Pinatino Pojuma, clubs Bebre, Ashwa interest Omu Pakodano, no almost Omun negotiate, Omu Emanisicam, Omu Manatana, Upper Juma Pia, as at my command, na PLG and Fanabecha we on Marco Asensio. Now, by no, the American said Nisika or Beje, now Posome announce Sika, on the man I say, now if an about somebody 9 million, and a penny says some pejam, if you're better than Munano, the American said, or Masha at Yamano, I'm a player coming in Yacha, or Muti the salary room come out. Now, per players, a last season 2024-2025, or Mupo Minis to Dopa, most Minisa, Nasa Urama, Feti Valverde, and a decline, so far, 6,640 74 minutes and boy Bruno Fernandes for 6,343 minutes and Ultra Dosari and David Raya Josco Guardiola and Emiliano Martinez Jude Bellingham and Rafinha omne place omo 4 minutes to pa and a down the crano Mame M fan to a name as Jude Bellingham or Sifie or Ramo Birmingham hometown or your for Bernard Grip Birmingham or and was Sifie mansion or you say £8 million and what this is you know you saw Sifie pair or specific at the money parents ne mame so any papa no so mo de adjamomo na bibia so atimi ayekama eno de dawa ye chamo ati amam ewo dwumade no so na Tio Hernandez Hilal chairman Fahad bin Nafel woni na show Paris abra contract no anopa me confirm ma o 3 seasons or boy dwuma adjamomo am bia so ayedan eno de Tio aye cham adjamomo bra Alex Bena so Atletico Madrid enya a register no so Roma Alex Bina or ye Atletico Madrid player registration enya to 20 international put DIABY usom na jaka na only team na to so e de amaya twefo ne ye tefo a ye de Fakye Sports afternoon version no ye de ebram latest in simple and o mabon breda on be sene sanim e de mabram no ne nsem ya breaking it down touching it down and knocking it down e jeja mu yompo e de amamo no.
Alright, so I can see a query for Malu Taki, so we Jan and also Abujma, Abono Modi Tiere, Samaudona, Eramu, Edi, Efi, Amanoniaba, Ababi Ramu Kama Pre Timera Mena, said you know, Wafun so Egusua, Ekosoa, Meno Kase Ghana, Yelidi, by Longo Tina, Nigeria, Intimiente, Aziz, Miss Bau, and Abomodi Nyada Goneboa, Manamakoye Pre Timera, remember. Na mababe kenkan message sile kakra on Facebook na ma sedare bi ko efama amuzupi heba mesha omadaroma ye baba be jamu bu ejuma na kama pa etimi edema na dog se menka emfa cho se adro we no 1 GB amba wa yo ho izaze adro ba ko a abedwama so are ejuma edi no ya de ano edem party me darling boys no me baby girls no me ma me papa mo nyina mutimi no mu ye bema ojonso obre ojonso ne mu apai Ojonso moje dieche owa na nsufite bi fi wade ne mu ba na won se bibi ade ne keka koron enwo etimi aka no eden a embo amane mande da ye kra entimi emfa emma wan hwe ya da bi no o prostate rampo boy ba asasi so no se ndi do sho eni di form ayase common can hye no ntino ebema twede no mu be den e ya muzupi heba Mr. twede no emu be den amuzupi eba Mr. me baby girls no so no makari a chose wo nsuo bi gu enso na egu no enka dieche ama ho no ye ohene wadwa infi amana yekro entu ne bema kokohia ma ya na edin so obebo omode na bebi be chichi ebe de aya akono eya amuzu akra Brestina no nhyada ni bi ena eche no so amoaye so okra de no moroje points nko a ni nyina ne ze adwoa sesi no ho wama be chika se no ko na kokoje amuzu pi ni bi na bobo na mboa na ne manko ye pa entimi enfamaro ani chemo heba pharmacy shop bi atimi adbi fadok number ne no ending komo 0247 776743 0247 776743 na 0241 988884 0241 988884 na wapomo wadana enwadana Ewadana, eno ye ntuntum ni su no de barmaka say the whole Ghana menko na mete eno ntina no me da ho saa na me hu say man yusu fatala ni bia na ye say wi ama na mu say ntuntum no mu yedu o ma ba na mo quick hona na me bo modin a me de fatala ni bi go no mu nyina e da ya say kim jeze no o mu ndi mu agro ntutu wa saa tu na wotin wo wasu no ninchi omuno no enwadana na imagine ne wanya baby girl bia odena kofie na enwadana ne namusi are ha dweme pacho yusu fatala insecticide spray no ene ne call no ejuma bone ya tape entetia anze ofie bu ma akwa ya antati timba be shoma yusu fatala insecticide spray no ene ne call no na spray no yusu a odu good dem ma ho no yehwam na asan kumumu ano side effect bia ni ho timu amo restaurant a wodo na no pa no unze once na ne be ha adwenti no uyusu na dia spray obi awura ho a obepeso obesan ba be didi biem mo amotonto nuano won kwanche no mo nso mu nyusu se wontimi nyusu eno ayusu ne call no so a 12 so atala insecticide spray na konya yusua enwa dana na cheze eto etimi etwa mo ne mo provision shop no mo fara ma no na komo bia mo ne o mo di 0599 315600 0599 315600 eno na abaso kofo guso to enti kofa bi na ton na so yeska fatala insect out ejume bono ya dia no edempa maka dia chosa akwana de no na wukojo entu kwa ne Dr. Dawood ya bono samane apeja ni nyina doc too much akwana de no ejugu ya nanso doc aboa ama ne ma de da yie pa etimi de ma kama ene bi eku yere ma to wade na wukodwa me pacho for ani echomo Dawood eba hospital ejo so krapa enkane abanso na metro efe wo na doc wa ogbo ejumode adom mienu bi abedwa ma so a too much bako Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules ode bako twi no na on mene bako ode bako twi no na on mene bako nti etwi mene na too much ejuma bora no edin so sisi yo ya nkotojo yo ya ohonam yo ya adibi na hono no yusu Dawood ointment na fafaso na 360 capsules no wabomode anom no so aka ebe yi de efi ho mo amu ye ejuma den no okwa kobo ejuma da desra Dawood ointment ni bi obo won de sebeboa ama wayetie maamenom na amokodwa ye papa no amoso yusu cars no eye ejuma den no mo mane mpa mo da mo amuntimi num bi no oba pemfo obo makwara no fo na anya endu 13 years a untimi num bi urwa ni chemo pharmacy over the counter eba shop dodo bi apato bia 44886437 0244886437 and 0201 681717 0201 ko na yambo na niama ended a year pen from my message I'm John from the Upper East region. Chelsea will teach all the teams how to play against PSG. FIFA Charles Abu Madrid on Liverpool transfer and an Kunsuko Jokrom Romontada Forno Hafa. I know we are to us bravo to PSG for disgracing Romontada FC. Rita, I love you so. I love you show. Today we are doing a Madrid funeral at Madrid. Bye bye. And if you do this, and I'll say I think Rudiger, our time at Madrid is over. Akwasa, Kunate should keep on rejecting Liverpool offer. We will soon go for him. Still Madridista. And our DJ Pablo from Abuasi Chelsea News. Foreign guy. Good afternoon, Fakye. I'm Ibrahim Sunyani Kotoko Sakraka. St. Paul SHS. Indeed, PSG showed their masterclass last night. They really beat Real Madrid Wototo. Greeting to Sky B Excellence, Madam Inis, and F8 inside Kou Asakraka, St. Paul SHS, Vim Boy. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport. More information about Chelsea. Abdul Adan, please. I'm still live update on Liverpool transfer. And Jakarta, Romontada, loading. And Vim Boy, Chelsea will be PSG on Sunday. Also, Alex, watch you live from Brekum. Chelsea is. I'm enjoying the show live from Boma Abu. Now, there is no doubt that Chelsea and PSG are considered two of the best football clubs in the world. As a devoted fan, I'll say I believe that Chelsea isn't just looking to reach the final. They are determined to claim the trophy. However, for the victory to be possible, it is essential that our defense and goalkeeper remain vigilant and avoid any minor errors. This is particularly crucial, given that Dembele relentless in his attacking play and will consistently press our defense. Or you never Eben, fantastic, keep it up. And I'm very boy also we are about MON-FRI. What are you saying? Please take your time. My first time watching. Remember Modena. Yeah, and said I'm out. And Tayi Solomon. As you doing the watching live on Kransabudu East. Chelsea should try their best toward this FIFA to win this FIFA Club World Cup so that really Chelsea fan can chase many people from Ghana. The Obomodem, the team no Paya Lutakin flow for us, Emil Smith. So Manchester will not speed up and do proper signing. Desmond Onkoa. Good afternoon, International Abu. Although I'm a strong Barcelona fan, but I'm not a sentimental supporter, but I always prefer to tell the truth as it is. Abu, I will be very surprised to see Lamine Yamal on the Ballon d'Or podium with the final three. Dembele should win the Ballon d'Or. Vitinha should be second. Fabian Ruiz should be the third place. But Luis Enrique was to Mbappe was harsh, but a blessing in disguise. Also, when I lose you, my team will be better. Bitter truth. And then, But when I for no more year win minutes or much as podium no PU for the for Ike the Rock still Halama Biaga. Good afternoon, lovely guys. Watch you live from Akima Safo and Bremai Niba Kwame, Vini for Ballon d'Or, Atozum, Quabra Labiston. As all things being equal, Inter Miami is far better closing the roof club football. Prince, I'm Zeridos, Baba Cleaning in every year. Also, the everything at 02075436637. Yeah, we are by up for the Banadiaka. Yeah, that's also the amount.
Medinde akuya office Hema Buaten. Me yen sentroni, me ne babusia die, e ba ne ntonton, ene muamoa wa kaseni wo mudia, ye ne wonton kwanta yapai. Esanse, ye de fatala insecticide spray and coil ene kon. Na de kume e wo fatala hone se, e jankehwa e wo achiri. Kwa nso osa don hu du ansana asa. Afei so empumusie kra. Fatala insecticide spray and coil. Enya na ewo memu bebia. Stores nketwa eni akese nyinemu. Ebusu say chapeau. Bebia wo bia. Ye de beku shemu abrewa. Yanje wo she ane eye free. Fatala in, insect out.
FDA aje adwadie nkratoi atum.
Sama makwaba bi mere ba juma die kese no so still yara so jama ye hwe na ya bo juma na abo ma ne ma deda ye pa etimi eri amount to join live on Facebook na wabo mo die etimi eri wa dwenche no aba na abo na ne ma deda ye pere ama ma uze eni dodo na ne de o ma dwenche no enso na mo ebo ma ne ma ko yere ma safo Ebenezer senior safo PSG all the way obeda kwabu. I'm disappointed in na Ricardo Asevi etwam yi na anu ade Afani, was you disappointed in Ricardo for what he said about Chelsea? Kofi Kumsin, good afternoon, boss man. Chelsea all the way. Joseph, watch you live from Ivory Coast. Daniel Tei, I'm Danny Morvin. Joe Opoku, good afternoon, Fakye TV. I'm Joe Opoku from Kwapon Nursing Training College. Keep it up. Henry Asante, Mzemedi Ken, Abomodia Kan, Odiano, Ene, Adi, anyway. Dodo Nano, Metimi, Eye, if you're too subetimi, Rodianaba, Eba, Merena, Marking, kind of kama pa, na abwa. Na bibi akoye pera ma yakase bebi ana ye transia ya na ye rura mu bebi anti ere ha ni nyina na ere Ghana wafu zombie boys cup no ye lidi by 1 goal to 0.
I mean, I don't take Crocoma, Hording or somewhere.
Oh, me, but over far your more the final
Club World
and a new Club World Cup or match preparations na sitine or more a shot seeing in house or more ball manoa or more heading come but only manigi same womb. My name, Mammy Moises Caicedo. The Caicedo are joining team na training no more year, you know. Na ujinamu dendiana e boamani amakoye pa 2 minutes no go to no I don't know much nitina e fita ni ade na give it omo we na enjoy kakre ana me na me delay wa ni ade na wa mama goalkeeper so no na me say Sanchez saves bi o ye na but obenchi de bele ball ni na
ono anko for
Chelsea team you know the weakest link
obenchi de bele ball ni na obenchi de bele ball ni na
oh no so person that Chelsea next season Sunday match near the match
obenchi de bele ball ni na
oh yeah
no more yen nyare
the match already
but other last year be news be more card in a wife and sense meeting no be delay for preseason no I join omo okay the card now say na omo ye training no no kwante no
na kwante no ko
ga ta say for
be more than abra to chacha
the union na ba
uti we live life 50 years ebo ba
uni mi Miami pro mass
na e
Real Madrid omo abo mo ba Inter Miami pro mass. Give it to mommy video na omo mo Facebook na enjoy it.
Bye bye. No from out to
omo ba Inter Miami pro mo he na omo ababa be wura na aboa na bibi ada ye pa. Etimi e dia mo ntu we are still share show mo den call for that so check Madrid for no.
No, they are the biggest club.
Omo ababa be go we. And I look can you not can something about Theo Hernandez say the contract to acquisition of France. Is your money confirm me. Theo Hernandez deal no. Now is a video no mo confirm me and I be a hot one.
Saudi Arabia.
Video na no e dem pa. Video na no e dem pa. Video na no e dem.
Na me nko for ye dem.
Nya de ABOU ku achire ye bia.
Bia se bia.
Na me nko for ye dem.
Why? E na se.
Ni pan ho de se o. Masa to aka mo san se sam ma bi. Masa. Ba study okroma o.
After no na omo bomb de a confirm JC number be share number 19 no. Okay. And one of the ones the Milan for no crab be done ase. Okay. Na one mama video na ne number na ye we na ye de ma onua ne ade no. Ai kofo ye adwuma. Ila no say ayo Ronaldo di ana so na Lodi o.
Na so kofo asum.
Tinam se na serefo ne ye den. Kwa no kofo no ho den dada.
Omo do musika ni na.
Esa mo musikan ne mba na ne ma.
Abi bi akwa anim. Bye.
Babu, ajem kwaskelo for Majudi, and over Chemiska na Quajim Quaskel. Aquadi Majuma, Majuma Brita. No assignment to be my wife.
Mate,
yeah, me application na bemba. No one can mama me. Okay, na se me qualifier. No one Jim Qua.
Well, me amira.
Bakuna
but for a year
na ku se bi kan do ra wasa ba no
abi am catch us and apart from no asemba sama hwem husu ye na bibia sa si be kan no ho wasa pass
sa bagu yanko yanim yanchi ahwefo na yenni nkomo na nkomo no coach David nyamemfa ne crazy no kana asem bi say we SSBD tactics. There's a formation be anya do no meaning say table is we go how economics and Madrid economics Kwakubara say economics Kwaku economics
David
okay among we economics no say there is something in economics your friend said the S curve and also the performance growth curve now say usua economics and when you get to that level you understand that at there now we an a picky a drew stage a pager Una word back, look at a pejo stage. Say, we and the Juma, Tofum. Now, young country who say, maybe Genesis here in Paris and Yemen say economics, Muna, Yesu Oma. Come do the performance growth curve. Omanya negotiate curve, Navy, Kuku. The Akane say, Omuna CG and also Mutia so could break behind Juma, a quino, a smooth road. Potholes behind so speed ramps behind so into all qua and one is so could you hear us our driver no would nima juma Nti say Lewis Hamilton and a do kwa unim so Formula 1 no. Oh, ko no wako ni. E ho na PSG agina zia. When it comes to team chemistry, team bonding, cohesion, understanding, any momentum I dictated game, and making sure say club be a see a can all born homodia. That is the stage our manager friend said Luis Enrique Martinez Garcia. And I don't think there is any club in the world, as you say, to Paris Saint-Germain. So when it comes to club, from goalkeeping to attack, everything and working so efficiently. And the more team be any was at. And unless na person or kind of credit at your or share a game maybe with just 2 minutes into the game. Now Jumani is certain. Say Real Madrid I remember say me free hedger your point man. But when I the lineup on the chair, now me call now me lineup. And I told you one thing, say with this lineup, I'm afraid for Real Madrid. Me who how Madrid able to cope with the intense press and pressure Ekuta Luis Enrique and the Paris Saint-Germain team. So we boy a game against a high pressing team. You need players at every given opportunity. So we could have born and as a lose controller, you also have to make sure that you press them from the first person. Thomas Tuchel on the time now or the Chelsea AJ Champions League no. Adia ba ko na eboan is also catch any Chelsea boys they say when we lose possession it must not take us up to 15 seconds to retrieve the ball. Opponent now you know more but Adia betim DIABY too when they say let us use what we have that they don't have. That is the energy, the strength. Entiyenye nkofua you be active see lose ball na in about 15 seconds. That is time I check. So 5 to 15 seconds we must make sure say and it worked perfect for them. Yeah. But in the Real Madrid team, quality in terms of say a D, Madrid will players are omudine wasro send the PSG ekutana. But when it comes to cohesion, team play, bonding, any understanding, any players are on what form are currently club will be any players and what form more than the Ekuta PSG and they understand each other so perfectly that so player about who could only the movement of the other player. My year we were bored no swatch some months ago. So PSG for young for long passes. Passes na short progressive passes. 1, 2 they switch play and me and sana irrespective of who is playing at a particular time. Stagnant. They are mobile. They switch position every single second. You need to be active and make sure that you are on top of your senses to be able to deal with the situation. But Madrid paraded a lineup. So lineup no production made my boy normal really at the atua. Right back, Freddy Valverde. They are restricting the movement. Any Juma obey my game and have about right back because that position, because club friends say PSG and one particular person pretty and free the attacking side on one. You need to make sure you keep an eye on who is there at a particular time and who is running into the half space. It's not Juma Eddie Amano. The left back Frank Garcia. 4 and 5 and conform you know. Me no di home come or her Monday catch there will say Madrid here another center back because Rudiger baby Oginas is here, it's not a player. Current system now, Xabi Alonso airborne or fit in. Raul Asensio and the Asensio near him last season. So many are questioning Fifi. Yen him said you Bellingham but true pains. And to the Bellingham of last 2 seasons na ye so no surprise say you saw a quack shoulder injury after 3 months and November back. Clearly, not Obebre Fifi. Then for now Maka Ombebuano. We are minus players when it comes to pressing. Vinicius Junior and tackle ball nibi. Ada Guleno and then the Jumani say Obaka press akwaji ball. Kylian Mbappe and yes Jumani and Fama. So you are having about 4 or 5 players in the team. Woma Juma omo ebeyo park no so omo ntime mwa the other players. Not system no so as restricted omo no more energy na. What it means is that unya dominance.
Gule de crowd oppressive. Ono de ne de no cry.
Yes Mbappe ne Vinicius.
That's now Madrid form say Club World Cup no more.
Some player oppressive.
Oppressive Gonzalo Garcia.
Okay, Gonzalo Garcia.
186 times. Adagule 181. Frank Garcia 158 and Sana Vinicius Mwaba.
So clearly, line up now Madrid ready coin any position of some players arm warm. When I watched the game for just 5 minutes, and I'm you we said, man, bad Jenny, Adi Amajabi Alonso. Kweku, the worst of it all. In the last 10 years. So we by a team now a share Barca A2 no. The center pair of Gerard Piqué and Clement Lenglet and Dradena Yehu in Asensio and Rudiger no. The worst pair Yehu in the top match in the last 10 years. Say you about 2 center pair be bet Messi, ABOU Leicester be about Crystal Palace, but say you about 2 big teams at the highest stage of either European competition and now say world competition at large. The worst center pair in the last 10 years, Piqué and Clement Lenglet. I bought normal A2 no. Bayern for the football normal de bar. Piqué who be in it. Not 2 center backs of Real Madrid are committed errors are Nina are leading into goal. Forget of the 2 goals Real Madrid. And may do my production. Yeah, more on the first half New Year. When you look at possession, PSG and Real Madrid, you ask yourself, say, Madrid and PSG Real Madrid now 23% as against 77 in the first 45 minutes.
And your crowd.
Yeah, but we studios is here now. Me didn't come on and make backstage. Said, I want the respect. Real Madrid after so much said good, they could have scored 5 in the first half. But after so much said 3, I said, boys now can say so much. Nah, there na ekoso. Madrid near you almost am. My Inter Milan. With all the respect, I don't go for now. I know my friend any Real Madrid. If you score Madrid in less than 30 minutes, what's a Real Madrid 3? A big statement for club and friends at PSG. And I think that Luis Enrique baby will just see and he said, I'll send a phone calls Barna Erba because he's a Barcelona fan. Barca Fuenia, you saw Aston Madrid at the same time. And also assign and make a statement at the man and say, I will make match shocking home 4th trophy, a most important. I think that PSG are there. I'll say your boy, my boss. And so, the Almighty season we want. From the beginning of the season, ABC baby, you know, big teams are PSG. Any statement are PSG and make here. Kweku, a hard unit. Where the a club worker be as and on must 3 big teams, 10 unanswered goals. Madrid are Jenny 4. Bayern Jenny 2. Atletico Jenny 4.
A typical example of Tima Mababefa. Men am ye coach JB Biama me say me was stars.
What?
My mom nyina fit.
Now he's telling the trust. I won't kwada or no feel so they can play in the system.
Omo press no me hu bi.
Any tactics.
Omo press no mo ni be do wa no omo
ba about so. They make sure say omo ntwen e ma wo no mfa ball no enye the person there. They will let you play to suit omo system.
Na ba only so share Real Madrid for agree that the team as or the Barcelona.
Yeah, sir. And right before the game he said it and after the game so
I Real Madrid for the time.
Yeah. Ono de ojitum say oye Barca ni. Anytime be our Obama baby or one
Barca ni we me tia say and then was asem.
Ade.
And I say Madrid ne Barcelona time mu be dem pa win the chance. Luis Enrique play out.
I know they call.
And ye tete no new contractor so kwaku extend or the old me extend. O sa unu afa no wadwen. De hu ya za akwara Barcelona.
And no na kire so ye Barcelona ni.
Yes so no ntina.
No de also ye pure
Barca. And you so ye kwa ba be share 5 that
pure Barca. Now roll the next picture for me. Kweku. So we appreciate Luis Enrique. Last time we saw Atletico Madrid form. We can say, yeah, you can't say Inter for one yard or find any bia. These are big teams. Among consider a single goal. The amount PSG are no more yen. Who na make catch say in economics, I catch say the performance growth curve and Umadus Kweku. The amount here who they said they are scoring. At the same time, they are not conceding. Club World Cup now, so we concede a single goal for 5 games to 6 games at Waba, or they do finals Ekobo on Sunday. No, we concede just a single goal, and that was the game of Lucia against Botafogo. Uyi free what? Obi on in the shape, we're making sure say we're keeping nature on a tight. I said it here yesterday. They have the current best left back, the current best right back, current best midfield trio. Center pain, they have one of the best current center backs in Marquinhos. Who call many more? So wingers, no, ABOU untimi nka so omo yensa the best trial you out front. But at least when you 1 or 2 Omomodimbo also and Ousmane Dembele is competing for the Ballon d'Or and Mekachirel before I say I call Ballon d'Or and say he need to go there and stamp the authority say Ballon d'Or on the Mfamano. Kweku baby ejina sisi you know. And draw go now Dembele share no. Forget of the BC Sunday. PSG show or man show Dembele is a Ballon d'Or winner. No pra one started tournament no. But games in you know what important no. Kweku ni nyina when they needed him or into the party. We're making sure say or the next last week match now I'm boy the quarter final o free bench na buy me boy ebe shegu ye the team of the week o make ye and draw start here was say we team of the week was make what is it telling you a single bed be our wasum say see a po he is one of the best performing players ye who our tournament now say yes one started but kakra na wa ba the modern boys and it's why I think and believe that maybe you just see no see edi Ballon d'Or nkoma ehun hia se ye be kwa akobo Lamine Yamal bidi ye be bo Rafinha bidi ye be bo Kylian Mbappe bidi baby o
top 5 for the say PSG for na
to be very honest
top 5
maka wa ha say where I sit I believe that
top 5 for the
Dembele MFA award no Nuno Mendes deserve to be in the top 5 Achraf Hakimi deserve to be in the top 5 Vitinha deserve to be in the top 5 enti say ekwayo mo nko for 3 emo mo fru podium no so a enya me case it is their season. The last time who say team be a dominance na check. This time around, Kofo we never have dominance now. Omu dominate aya. Now with the team seater and I say best 11 2 matches now you share semi-finals. I can't send back open it. We are there a 6-5 when it comes to the 11. 5 players for Chelsea, 6 for PSG. What it means is that we have a cracker finals to watch on Sunday.
I own our question, Bobby.
Yeah,
I can't have the auntie.
Me say, no many problem. I said it already.
Yeah, what can't then cover?
We'll come and analyze that game and we'll tell you everything I was.
And only
backstage now. No problem. Me say, PSG. They have what it takes to beat everybody. They are beating everybody so smoothly. But on Sunday, Chelsea be show. And I may say, PSG team is Chelsea. Sports team no matter lunch a mobia. Monday, na me aduma.
Say PSG team is Chelsea.
PSG team is Chelsea. Me analyze the game until the OTA. People will come there and solve me no problem. Mono say me no way.
And no look, me no they all can
say. Say PSG team is Chelsea.
Monday,
which we are more explaining the Madrid actual. So we team say Chelsea je cap na. Better lunch am sports team.
Mateo no na me party. We say Nyami Sane.
Me the picture
be Nyami Sane o.
Me the picture be my production. I made the man who see no. Just one.
Omra so nimre bia bi. A picture be fa dem.
Kylian Mbappe. Erling Haaland and Ousmane Dembele. Abrabo hu. A man sema amanfo beka. E dey afa wo no. You have every right to write your own story, the script, the way you want it. People can say Abu Dhabi intimi we on Drew stage obetuma ya de ABC and anko for ABC with Dhabi anim. Ombeko many masen they will be successful now. They will make names for themselves before Dhabi ebedu that stage. The ability to let that work lies in your own hands. Picture ya edasu you conform you know am no. They well touted them say these boys are potential Ballon d'Or winners before Ousmane Dembele, including Vinicius Jr. But maybe you just see you know. Dembele share kra Liga is coefficient and what from as compared to Liga we more able. But with positive mentality, proper mindset, and self-determination, hard work. Say podium no jina soro.
Abi mate, me da so me na embe. We ase no da bi America. Otowa. Oro ano ke cancel kwaku na mewe. Nyame so na child no.
Of course.
De ba kwa money interesting pa no. Ti na bi bo a o tia so kwa kwaku ba wi abeshia.
Ebe you wapi. Not a single soul.
And a bit massive. But anyway, Mohamed Kudus akodu Tore Amos for training ground so ma me video no. Na nkofo hwe bi. Say ka said na obekwa akwa ni medical no. Na Kudus akodu Tore Amos pe. Omo training ground so na minim se ayewe ya na chama mama mako minim re o na makoma nim ni ade a Nah, I'm say give it to the dear. Hey, Abi, who give it to you? Told me when you. I did my long time no.
So why man we need
Daddy.
Ba kuya I am an akakaduru, very active. Nah, an akakaduru.
Ade ba nema bua mfi diago. What are they? Executive producer. Be 20 minutes ago. Who delay me?
The NTA we mo nya sa akonya no say obetimi akoba bi. Akoye sa ne ma no was the hard work and now show. Yeah. But since then no let yourself down.
Akakaduru nya bi. Akakaduru.
Oh yes I know who's it. What tinu mo.
Next week agenda ana
on kan. Another more fem. Yeah, more fem.
Design it.
But mama mo Facebook ni we bi. I can't na wa papa kudu tona atmosphere. Omo ne training ground so ko no akwa ni medical no. Ti etuma na je say Ghana ni no. Gene oba be she tona atmosphere omo JC no. Mo kudus.
Onim say so two teams are ombetima stop PSG. The ecosystem omo nyina 2 teams omo free English football no. And omo nyina so London clubs. So I come 2 matches. Here ba ko Sunday against Chelsea and then Super Cup against Tottenham. Mohamed Kudus e wo case. That's nice. Say Chelsea and man she PSG on sender.
Ya kono me aso I mean break.
Okay, so ni say won pom ye de.
No ye pa.
Ya da nyame ase. Kogu. It's about time that very married for no hu ba bi omugina. They are coming from a season that now me how to describe that season for mo ankasa remarried for no but omo na gina the best position to answer question. The Luther consistently where stories was say omo sika so omo J club World Cup na dey be more money ade. It should tell you that they felt to say season na omo nya no na nya season papa so going to this tournament no mo kwa bibia within their possible best to make sure so ombeje and antimi anje bakoku we na ya na yeka about managers that or more balls or more big balls no na ya kono the team na ya fair when the young guys ball na obetumi adi hu komo no eno bi and sometimes you need to do or you need to take a decision like that as a coach. So we set up you name say Xabi Alonso pe ne boyi pa na otumi boni yi a e all one 3 back and making sure say all getting the players no on positions and as at positions are ebeboama watimi executing the plans in the year. Enra antimi ankosa he needed to sacrifice that system no to accommodate about the Kylian Mbappe routine. And it's the more reason why any this ankomo you ha. When you are a team now what to say team to say Paris Saint-Germain and you want to go toe to toe with them trying to come with a one kasa system now kwaku they will make you disgrace you. One person you will see things for yourself. So when you are method no, that's what more in their element. No more bar. You dare not. So a number 6, a single defensive midfielder about the to stop the transition, the passing, and that game control from Team Paris Saint-Germain. These guys, there is nothing like long pass. There is nothing like young flow to ball because of one Casano, they don't have a traditional number 9 in their team. Into a for long pass in every is the more reason why Ramos enya be more team my friend here Paris Saint-Germain because ye me flow to ball and to ability nim no akwa complement what media share ye ball no form and every single player is very good on the feet. Look at this midfielder Neves, Vitinha any rules some midfield way se unyo omo na gofa Chiomeni be gina mfimfo nkwa so no kram yes destructive work na what they say na they don't deal with ahodio. The Sergio Busquets type of football and as they are playing football with their intelligence. Said yeah, you are crowd can't say, but the simple pass the ball. That is what they are doing. But you are going to be fit over your physical to make sure say you are getting them off. And that is what they do. And it's the more reason why and yes, almost team and friend and 9 when you are playing against Paris Saint-Germain, now what you manage now or number 6, then you play Adagule and you play Jude Bellingham. These are 2 players. They are fine footballers when they are doing the offensive duties. But when it comes to the defensive duties, who Jai Yasha Banche here, Shomeni, and he's going to suffer against these boys. And it's the more reason why he suffered. So there was nothing like a protection for the back four. In fact, back four Nankasa were more issues.
but the protection was not there, and it's the more reason why you show more 9. If Senka one sacrifice between that ni 2 out defenders, he was able to dictate the pace of the game and making sure that baby cost. But he sacrificed the system no for one defending killing Mbappe, and it's the more reason why because team of Paris Saint-Germain at me show more for Mbappe video. He was telling him say, and you go next and here. Mbappe seemed to have issues with Reverend Luis Enrique, but Luis Enrique no were coaching big boys. Wakochi players akesia ABOU Mbappe no a person who set a Messi down on so say obe take the decision about defending killing Mbappe, and it's the more reason why Paris Saint-Germain team no and flourish said they see flourish no. Look at the guys of Parody or Park so. Do you see a single person or Paris Saint-Germain team anymore? Don't see a single person in the team no so Bobo no Majai not running. He will be having Dembele ba
team no Vas. Defend the champions.
That is what we are talking about. He's seen it all. Who players are Papa paying? Only players are Papa Yejuma. And this is what you're able to say a year Dway. We are Dembele. You are having your best season in football and Barcelona. But we're not better than one team. He is giving you the performance of your life. As we speak, come on, Magic Ballon d'Or. We are talking about Dembele having the bright opportunity. Are you not going to listen to him?
MON-FRI. On line up. Gigi Donnarumma. Oman and Nasusia. Gigi Donnarumma. 26 years. Marquinhos. 31. Nuno Mendes. 23. Berardo. 21. Na Waba. Hakimi Ashraf. 26. Midfield Ono. Fabian Ruiz. 29. Vitinha. 25. João Neves. 20 years. Front Firino. Kivicha Kvaratskhelia, 24.
Okay.
Osman Dembele, 20.
Lineup near an average age of 25.2.
Yes.
The Omayan Kwada
and Kwalana Ebobo. And they have a manager that understands that system. Into the upper. So when your videos Nibi Maya or Shegua, look at the way he celebrates. And in the Wenya. So I think that they are a team to beat. Among team where you can go and stand toe to toe with them. They are gradually approaching that Barca team and the Pep Guardiola. Yebeba, you need to ask, say, Paris Saint-Germain share saying, Barca share saying. That is where they are approaching. And I'm very much happy for Abanti Luis Enrique. Medikaka. Referring to Pep Guardiola here to a certain stage. Wajahoko. Do obefa na all to us no. Something that na Pep Etimia build is walking in the shadows of Reverend Pep Guardiola. Then he cross carpet, go to France, Paris Saint-Germain, a team in their history. A dion person moji power or history was the Champions League. They brought in Reverend Ancelotti and Fakye or Mushigwa or not for him. They brought him. Pochettino Muninaba. Omato players was able to bring in Messi. In fact, at a point in time, no more Sambo, Neymar, Mbappe, Messi in their team. Still, they failed to win the Champions League. Who would have thought, say, a manager will come in, bring in Doué, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Vitinha, Neves, Ruiz to win the Champions League for them? When no many quality players or many expensive players in their system, they fail to win the UEFA Champions League for them. And yeah, no pay. Look at what they are doing outside the UEFA Champions League now. In the FIFA Club World Cup, let's say we are not talking about the league because we know a Farmers League. Look at what they've done. Her team and now, on the last 5 knockout games, almost 18 goals, conceded goal. Last 5 knockout games, 18 goals without conceding a single goal. This is the Paris Saint-Germain team we are talking about. A very fine team. They can lose a game on any day. So about tournament tomorrow lose match. Yeah. Yes, they can lose a game on any day. That is football for you. But on paper, so no more kwakoba uyembe timi ashishewu.
Sunday the man.
Jebeba nya di hon komo. Big show mo. Kwaku yes, it was under a year Chelsea for now.
Mo nyama PSG for
no. It was 2021. It was against Pep Guardiola's team. When not Chelsea sent to us a threat to us, almost Pep Guardiola don't mean Shannon to us. Chelsea went there to win. This is a Saturday, you do that. You better home come on, me say me to go corner ya baby. But a do Saturday, a rum Sunday now. You bet me the
way.
A team that amount for Kujane, amount for call a Casaba attitude. He's been able to instill discipline. We saw in Dembele of Barcelona. Or not to me, both game and not yet no late to training ground. Yeah, boy, crucial match against Arsenal. Yes, why late in tea, and since then he's never looked back. So you're more Louis Enrique Abaso. Me, I'm happy for him. Or one of these the DL Pep Guardiola and through one. He's shown that he's a man on his own. He's been able to achieve whatever ASO achieve for Paris Saint-Germain and the club side or no entry to be coach. So I'm really happy for him. Norgard, a perfect man for team. The last time I sat here and said, from Bibiana Elkosno, Arteta said he's a defensive coach. And he needs that defensive solidarity for the back four. And with that, Norgard Debano, a perfect fit for team and Arsenal. So meet me. But defensively, he also wants to be solid. And the last time I saw it here, Norgard, no matter why you Premier League, you will sit where you want to sit and say, Obo team Ketwa. So he's been able to do Sanomani now because of team destructive batting against opponent. And that is what Arsenal need. But be Arsenal, they are building a team, and we've said they are building. They are getting to the cross line. And no matter signings are the cross line to make them cross here. One guy, one person, one player, a typical number 9 who is a fox in the box. Giving you goals and making sure that when you are giving him 5 chances in a game, he is giving you 3 goals. That is what Arsenal need. Apart from Arsenal here be BIB. For the last 3 years, he showed in the Premier League they needed someone to get in the goals, and I think they're a good one for team my friend Arsenal. They need to get a proper striker, and I think that they will be good.
Me no kase kromo nam kwamo moko Spain. Arsenal for them for 5 days. But CC breaking news, Tony and Fona trigger Morgan gets white. The release cross £60 million.
Man City for
no. Trigger. And you more agree for no. Also quite medical Tony and the other Manchester United, Manchester City for no.
Daniel Levy, we have trophy back with you and a video.
Trigger. And if you take it back to there, the Atasa for a catch Napoli for 75 million euro munti. To the Omon fancy wa, Omon fancy wa, and did if you take it back, my show.
Yeah, we
shame Kakramami and Yanko. Why?
Yes, I think, sir, the above PSG Abaso. But I think, sir, PSG Football Club started something that we need to appreciate them. It's not only about the Luis Enrique, but then bringing them into the football club, they can easily turn things around for them in the club. Because PSG at that time, after a Carter for Abe invested in the football club, they needed to buy in a lot of players, bring in well-experienced coaches for them to make sure some projects will become a complete project for the next future and even for the next generation in the French Ligue 1. So they brought in a certain coach called Carlo Ancelotti, coaching the side of AC Milan, who are coaching the side of Chelsea Football Club, Napoli, at least he would have added a lot of experience, give them that kind of Champions League story because of what he did with AC Milan and all the 2 trophies with AC Milan when it comes to the UEFA Champions League. But then when he came, he started that kind of tape and dominating in the French League 1. So in the 2010, 2011, 2012 season, he was able to make sure able to win the French League 1 for the side of Paris Saint-Germain at that particular moment in time. Once fancy one man or twice did the trophy the champion, the Coupe de France by the side of Paris Saint-Germain. But the one particular tenor, Emma PSG for Etimija Papanakwano was the type of quarterfinals at 10 beyond all the PSG Football Club drew in the UEFA Champions League and Mkoye and from Carlo Ancelotti. So in the very 2 seasons of coaching them at the side of PSG Football Club, he was not able to qualify PSG Football Club from the quarterfinal stage to the semi-final stage. There was Ubujana Kwainoko. A certain coach will take over. The side of Laurent Blanc will take over from the side of Carlo Ancelotti because they thought that why I said some of Laurent Blanc at the number. He is a typical French coach and then he understands the culture. He knows the values of that particular football club. Bringing in the side of 2013 to 2016 on Wankasa last summer, the side of PSG Football Club, Nkobeti may win a lot of trophies. In fact, in the 12 domestic titles, Laurent Blanc ever told you in the French League, he was able to win 11 out of 12 the final stage of the competition, and then he was not able to actually qualify to the semi-final stage with his project. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was able to score close to about 120 solidity all the matter side of PSG Football Club. But then Intiman Chiomo, that kind of encroachment in the UEFA Champions League on also Bujana Quine and in the early part of 2016. When he went, they needed to bring someone who had that kind of Europe trophies not at his hand. That was Unai Emery. In fact, Unai Emery obeying himself with Sevilla, he has won a lot of trophies with Sevilla. He has that kind of winning attacking streaker. So buy into your football club, he can easily win a lot of things for you. But when he came, he needed to buy in a lot of big, expensive players in the likes of Neymar from Barcelona into the football club. Okoto Neymar then buy and Koyan from the side of PSG under Unai Emery. He won back-to-back with the French Liga Coupe de France Trophy de Champions for the side of PSG Football Club. He took them into the 160 stage of the competition when it comes to the Champions League, but FC Barcelona was able to make a comeback. The remontada, they were able to make it by 6-1. Boy, and on some Pamo, apparently Unai Emery from the football club. After that, Thomas Tuchel needed to take over from the side of PSG Football Club. One of the core things that you will actually understand from Thomas Tuchel is that when he came, he needed to stabilize everything, form a conducive environment for the football players in the PSG Football Club. When making sure that starting up the project, Kylian Mbappe will become a tip of that particular project. Neymar will support Kylian Mbappe in that particular project. We'll take PSG to the final stage of the UEFA Champions League in 2020, but then he will lose to Hans Flick in that particular final by a goal to nil. We need the French Liga back-to-back, but then the core thing not Nasser Elklafni, Luis Ocampos, when we heard the free Thomas Tuchel, and say when he went to Chelsea, he won with them. Christopher Gattier will take over. From the side of PSG Football. In fact, when Luis Enrique was coming up, on Mane Yahweh said, baby, PSG Football Club, they've invested close to about $3 billion in the football club. They need to get a lot of things for the football club because when they go to Qatar, Adia Omankasa airpay free PSG as Omankasa Football Club or UC, and they are brainwashing most of these people are French and as France, they say they want PSG Football Club to win the UEFA Champions League. Luis Enrique came, he understood the project, he made sure say most of these big players he will bring in a lot of these youth players into the football club. And when they came, he has been able to become successful, making sure that the French League already the back-to-back trophy the champion this particular season, already the other side of PSG Football Club. Coupe de France, already the side of PSG Football Club, and then he will make sure that even at the Club World Cup, making sure that most currently as you speak, Club World Cup, most of these clubs are almost considered less goals. It is about PSG considered just 1 goal against Botafogo. The side of Botafogo for America considered just about 3 goals per in that particular spell. Or check the side of River Plate, also considered close to about 3 goals per in that particular level. It tells you say PSG Football Club under Luis Enrique meeting against most of these football clubs in the FIFA Club World Cup. He has been able to do something extraordinary with the PSG Football Club. But not only about all considered less. When it comes to managers, almost wins in the Club World Cup. He is third on that particular level. And then he has been able to use just 2 football clubs to achieve that particular level. Barcelona and then PSG Football Club. Guardiola ended that first. Or the Barca, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, 11 wins in the FIFA Club World Cup currently as we speak. Or Carlo Ancelotti, or the AC Milan and the Real Madrid Football Club, 7 wins currently as we speak. Luis Enrique, 6 solid wins in the Club World Cup, making sure that the third, coach, or most of these kind of wins in the Club World Cup. So go into the final with Chelsea Football Club. That's what to me are judging as the winner of this particular season Club World Cup. Or no, everything can be close the way equally. Carlo Ancelotti record with 77 wins at par, and then he can become the joint, most wins with the side of Carlo Ancelotti in the Club World Cup. It tells you he is doing something exceptional. But Emra, with the side of Real Madrid Football Club, he needed to change something for himself because meeting against Xabi Alonso, Xabi Alonso any more than the side of Luis Enrique, and the experienced nature of Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso for Bayer for Leverkusen. So Ocean big teams via Otimi Sofa against Bayern Munich last season, the Champions League 160 of the competition. When it comes to Atlanta ball in the Europa League, Abrana or no unbeaten in Europe, no. The side of Gasperini needed to stop him in the final of the Europa League, and then they were able to stop him. But a lot of goals are Gasperini against Bayer for Leverkusen. And meeting with the side of Luis Enrique, he needed to show himself. When it comes to experience, he has coached Barcelona before. When he Barca the Champions League, while back the side of PSG football, the Champions League, were achieving a lot of continental treble, becoming the first French league club to achieve continental treble. He has achieved it with PSG Football Club. It is when meeting with the certain Xabi Alonso, all my own dominated. So definitely, so what check ball possession and anyway, it told you, MetLife Sports Stadium, the side of PSG Football Club had close to about 69 ball possession against Real Madrid Football Club, 31% when it comes to the ball possession for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. But then in terms of accurate passes, maybe America said, if you want to control the ball, you need to have a total dominance, especially in the midfield. But then Luis Enrique said, even when you want to start your transition, so you goalkeeper and put with them at the man side of PSG Football Club, you should learn how to pass the ball, get the ball, making sure so wait working the ball from the penalty yard box into the defensive structure, no penetrating most of the passes into the midfield of PSG Marcus opposing half. 681 passes for PSG, as against 306 passes for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. It tells you, say, they dominated against the side of Real Madrid Football Club in that particular game. Then you talk about one particular person now, becoming a jewel in the midfield for the side of PSG Football Club, in the side of Vitinha. He has been that kind of main man, all driving a lot of things for the side of PSG Football Club. And as I want checking the heat map, and the kind of things where the other side of PSG Football Club, he was able to deliver and he was able to cover most of the essential runs in the field of play for the side of PSG. Sometimes it's not only a midfielder who only with the ball, but sometimes your off-ball duties. When you lose the ball, or retrieve the ball, Edema Football Club plays a major part in most of the expenses of Edema Football Club when it comes to that in the midfield. And Enra Vitinha was able to cover a lot of long ranges in that particular midfield, especially with the football parker or bottom other side of PSG Football Club. Then you talk about the network passing of Vitinha. And on the catcher said, in this particular current, the Club World Cup, most of these midfielders will make accurate passes. Number of passes are Vitinha, over 112 passes for the South PSG Football Club. And with the sequential order, how he was able to make sure, say, the passes structure move through the mid-third, making sure to be progressing most of the balls into the attacking third. But Enra, he was quite limited because he needed to shield Obi to say João Neves and Fabian Ruiz for them to free up, move the ball into the attacking third for them to score a lot of goals. Enra, someone checking even the passing lanes. All the PSG Football Club, it was actually augmented. Say, even at the final third delivery, he was doing very well for PSG Football Club. But boss, me kind of say, you talk about a certain Fabian Ruiz. They go and watch them at PSG Football Club now. Checking the line sequence or team a transition bond, a progressive bond in the culture. It tells you say when you are playing with the PSG Football Club, Luis Enrique established a typical dynasty in the midfield, just like Real Madrid Football Club or established Casemiro, Toni Kroos, and Luka Modric. In maybe we had Barcelona all established the side of Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, and nobody said Lionel Messi in that particular midfield, and as I said, Sergio Busquets in that particular midfield. The same thing, and Luis Enrique established that kind of dynasty. So when these three people are both in the midfield, that's what they can easily have a total. Xabi Alonso, or say the bad news is that this won't be our last loss. We will lose more times, and we must accept it. We will also win a lot more times. That was the kind of conversation that Xabi Alonso did together. Not only most of these journalists. But then I want him to understand, say, club no about the fan. He knows the tradition of the football club. He knows.
Yeah. Mate, Kafra, why? Kafra na shena ye win in court na nimiadia. But Luther confirmed Simon Adingra. As signing with Sunderland. On the official video na about Monday confirming. Say we are the.
Top 5 African players.
Yeah, a few when mobile the party no. On the Esaba. Essay. After we no so video no simple one pa. Essay. Hey. We only have some come out in the kakra.
Really happy to be here. Hello, Sunderland fans. It's Adingra. I'm really happy to be here. I can't wait to get started. I wear the light. Hello.
All right, you know, yes, some of the one each about to jam the remedy amount. Men call me WhatsApp line. I'm making crack. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm listening to you live from a scene for Sunti Madrid Pani. Cash Up GH, Nidia, or the burn on Abu. Good afternoon to you and your crew. Chelsea's winning the trophy. Fala. I'm very back from Seco City. And on the realm. Good afternoon, Abu. Please, I'm watching you live from Santasia Pre. I want more update on Chelsea transfer. See our more club World Cup, the honor concentration or the update now. Good afternoon, Abu. Bellingham was the only player who actually meant something in yesterday's game. They substituted Eden Militao to played well. Apart from these two, Mario was something else. Whereas Rudiger and Asensio were the best assisted players of the night. From Daniel Lugambo inside Sunyani and Opomodiedi Ramo. Hello, good afternoon, Fakye TV. Yesterday, I was very disappointed in Real Madrid, how they play against PSG. Why? Vini Jr. and Mbappe, how they play is too bad. But more of him, I'm Kenneth from Takra Day. Tamao, as I know number 2, Mesropa, good afternoon, DIABY. This is your man, Azigi. Your man, the Amida hitmaker, is very superb. Esteem and greetings to him. Wow, what a presentation. And good afternoon, DIABY. Ziggy, from Dema, and Obama, the Fieba, Ebabe Ramon. I, Fakye, as Liverpool going for a defender because Fakye TV, I'm watching live from Cape Coast, Adisada. Please update me about Barcelona transfer. Now, we saw your boy, Kwekusumo, the other Ebabe Ramon. Good afternoon. You guys are doing a great job, but remember, things you can cook in less than 10 minutes. Madrid, Indomie, from Kwazigi, Ekunfi, Asafa, already Fieba, Ebabe Ramewano. Good afternoon, Abu. I was here Benin breakdown. Ibrakadabra, watch you live from Offenso Kokoti Zongo. On Ibrakadabra, the Fieba. Opoku, and I'm watching you live from Takwa. Fakye, you are great. More update on Tony Amospe. Mezi Amao, Dodo Nama, on Say Timiakabu. I'm watching you live from Bantama. Bismarck is my name. Tell your man that football analyst should be sentimental, but rather fact. He always backlashing Chelsea. We won against Fluminense. So what is he going to say now? We are in for the trophy. Mark it up, Chelsea. And I'll buy your baby can for our shares so now. Say, yes, sentimental. Or no, the one who know. Now it's good afternoon. Breaking news. Mohamed Kudus landed in space now. About Modian show video. No, I'm worried. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport. Why did FIFA allow PSG to use 11 players to play against Real Madrid when they were able to use 9 players to beat Bayern? Teacher OJ from Techiman. Techiman. Taku by Night Sport Center. Jody Fiore Bababe Ramno. Nana Edu Science Tutor. TKSHS. Kumau Abu. Chelsea will shock the world on Sunday. You are there why Ruby. I'm from Sogakope. I'm Efo. We are still Hala Madrid. The other Eba, you know. The teacher said, Akoma Abu, you and your partner are superb. PSG will disintegrate, massacre, demolish this abonkly female fellowship Chelsea. And my greetings to my colleague teachers at Akoma DA, A, and B. My family and friends at Kenya say Kwabre. Abu. So what made Alonso change his mind and select Bovini and Mbappe together? Madrid was going to lose, so Enka Enye Bibrisi for Marison inside Millennium City, Kaswa, and on the Fiere by away. So Abu. My name is Enzo Remes from Abos Western Region, Kukureya versus Douay, and Kvaratskhelia versus James, Vitinha, Yao Neves, Fabian Ruiz against Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Romeo Lavia. Something is going to happen on Sunday. But young Fabi Bianton change Chelsea midfield no so a solid midfield power. A solid midfield relax. Young Fabi Bianton change. Relax. A solid midfield. Boy me say na no mi nyan to boase e relax. Omo game den kakra sa ankra no. Omo ni ball. Me no hwe ayi Fluminense no kan say mi fa Makukure ya so o ka say na kan. So ne twen eden. Eden pa. Reece James I faith. Do no so pretty for right side no. I'm sure PSG team dey mo ka where the level team. Ye di ba bia e wo meshe mo. Chelsea Abu Amaso Bachiara and I'm watching live from Techiman Suite. Abu, I want your contact. Abu, please more cruises. I'm a video na man kofara anti. No. I'm Pogast inside Tepa. Woto Madrid. What a disgrace. PSG on stopper. Fakye Sport. Moye brutal. Mame na momra. Me ba pena atiasi mo fie na de aka. Ato aso etibeda mamo. Ye ba sisia. Oba bi emere ba dwumadie no so still nyara so tima ye bo adwuma pa baroko Mankesim Sanford na mauze mi aminua Ekis kwagu Ekis is a brother abibo
why Ekis Ekis emene na asem na high kwa ho
ma
ye chiki
oni ine boy ayi
oni Gilbert na bo
o ma ise no Mendes
I want to go for 5
Egis me bara mauze Shadrach Dr. Dawood Shadrach out here class over here from Kitampo and Tisha so Kitampo second town
I'm for so show ko ayi gaben so Orlando ne red card omo organize like special be about Monday ne Thursdays
Orlando Me am Orlando.
ABOU.
Okay.
Onye sa Orlando na. On a red card. Stars no call pa.
Oh, okay.
Another one say stars no go. I say me there you be call. Stars no there.
Top stars.
On this way I know you win interview.
Did you na kikiba? Producer okwa bontin ko shia stars obo for interview.
Obo for interview. Sapa no dia ba. Eh, before we.
Did you na kikiba? All right, tell us Mufie. Ba me ze kwaku kofu message man kinkan me nya se me dosu.
Come on.
Good evening, Abu. I'm watching the show live from the Mind Crow. Big shout out to my Barca fans. And I wish I Fakye Sport. This event from Diapa, Upper West, all the way at Chelsea. This must win for us. Blue is the color. Chelsea for no. Good evening, Abu. The only team to stop PSG is Barcelona, period. But a few Barca played yesterday. We feel it. Sam for so. Hello, I'm Ibrahim from Tamale. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Chelsea will surprise the world. They are also hello, Abu. You guys are great. My greetings to the Maestro. Update from Manchester United. Maestro Ejo. So you guys are doing a great job. Piaga from Akima Safo. And on the Ramona way. So you guys are doing a great job. Piaga Diana Abu. You are too much. I love you guys. Wato captain. Kimbot. Chelsea all the way. Amba Lama. Nedio no so. Good afternoon, boss. Please. A midfield trial, Dijon, Pedri, Dani Olmo is better than that of PSG's from Bra Kwame, Akantara in Sunyane, as we are okay. And the Okan is here, the only Amen on Yajum. Even Kwaku, Fakye Sports is the best for Bousu Mani and Techiman. And on the runner is good, even Fakye Sports. Will Liverpool maintain the league if the sign Rodrigo and Ishak and Bequin? Watch you live from Brekum. You are also a good afternoon. And good work from Offenso. My name is Kofi. You also I'm Sergio from Offenso. Boase. PSG will win 6 trophies this season. And Abu Madrid is an ordinary team now. Chelsea is the name. Blue is the color. Teacher Akoto Adanse Remwase. Hono di fear baby rubber. Remwase all baby na. Give a hotel all.
There's all the one to pass it. You
deputy executive producer. Yenye we na yenku anim na bibia etimi ande dadi kama pa ne adia ne we ya na doctor so bo adwuma pa te bo adwuma pa
Dr. Ben
Dr. Daoud
bo adwuma da bia
ma uze ne Dr. Akushi ade honorable health minister no.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Daoud, no. Someone will be a cattle or you adia.
Daoud 360 caps.
And Daoud ointment. A Pejo. And I was at a charm I did book room as a dear whom. Push out the honorable health minister. Hey, Dr. Daoud, Dr. Rono. I can go out and pay fully afro.
Oh, yes. What do you want to anyway?
Hey, Doc, your boy about so called Zara Bridge, my pana. Yamankoyi kama one any the curriculum near the but Kurus move no see I was a former vice president of the Ghana Dr. Mahamudu Baumia Ababa Branton Abaso and the Dr. Tony Amos I'm excited to see our Ghanaian star boy make this move to my at Space official, all the best in your medical at Kudus Mohammed GH. At Kudus Aqua Kudu, said a man video Nibino, or Korwa Quaco any medical. Me buy my mamma so. I have a party on it. And I would do that. Home crowd that dog. About all my Joseph.
Yana would be able to
why so? Oh, my Yaso.
Oh, God,
oh, David. But as you're Start Times, ne we do El Condo, Eddie Home Como Kakra. The Ricano, there's all my quack share didn't come on near the other. And it is a meeting now omoni efeni kukushia na DNA course say na yenu El Kondo bomb de edija.
If you're owing somebody in excess of $5 million and you pay as much and is left with a little over $800,000, it means that a lot of money had gone into the whole project. So yes, just a few weeks ago, some amount of that outstanding has already been paid. So it means that StarTimes remains committed to the project of building Ghana football. So yes, it started very well. It didn't end badly as well. And those outstandings will also be cleared. And maybe we'll start engaging in other possible deals in the future ahead of the coming season as well.
Ati El Kondo no na ne wa bomode a confirm ya me say kana no mo de o matwa mu $800,000. Na after no
matwa manaka
$800,000
over $5 million
and matwa manaka $800,000 $800,000 ntia no de ori atu after no na ne o cheche mu say e possible say bia o mesa back na ibisa no say possible say if ni o mu di nkomo bi say nkomo san hwe na omosamba meyi ejuma na fama ya na say no dia no ye ni jai.
Well, it might not be specifically the Ghana Premier League or maybe an aspect of the league, but there are talks around. It could be production, it could be an aspect of the season as well. So the talks are still in progress, and once it's finalized, I'm sure you'll get hold of it, and then you can communicate to the viewers exactly the details of the new terms that might come up between StarTimes and the champion. Well, it's not about what will change, it's about what we can do to change the face of the league. Last season, we saw the footages that came out of the coverage of the Ghana Premier League. It wasn't good enough, and I think StarTimes did way better than that. And once we are involved, obviously, they just ended FA Cup. We saw what was produced with the StarTimes crew. That shows that StarTimes has attained some level of quality in regards to the Ghana Premier League coverage.
I do know you StarTimes on PR no, and I check near mamu say be a bit me I say no, but then mamma is a league, you know, where water ones be on Merena, Abuamania Madrid area mamon, PFAG, a body shisho mudin como, and come on with you and Prince Tego. Ebo modern edi Roma hweniama bia na ye na aboa na mrebi atwam football na no the Roma said on society say no den common jai.
When we are able to bring the quality, and if Hassan Kotoko they are doing the right thing now, I think the stadium will be filled. Why? Because right now when you look at the other teams, the young teams that they have young guys managing the team, they are topping. When was the last time Hassan Kotoko won league? If they started competing first and second, that love will come back. Seriously, and these young ones are down, that love will come until they prove to the fans that they can do it. These two teams, I think it's going to remain like that.
There are more your commander Prince Tego, Prince of Ghosts, about one the two guys, has and a kotoko no more pija, to say that we diniano. Sad donna, call forward the Ghana football, beba. Na boy, we didn't know give me a course on one sem or the other, but now me confirming I say Augustine Japan, former right back at the Macrobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Chelsea, you will join on. A we are put to prove Chelsea for about more than the official release in Aba. Yerhe Kaka. Word out and say, I'll be doing the Mariana, my mama bigger for them, Ramona. Young queer Nimia, na Buana Nemanda di Babi. Babi, do you a Richard Bordeaux Agadas? Kotoko Behiano, then I come squadron for Africa. We already speak African, but is there likely so beating our joining Kotoko? A reporter,
well, good for experience. Any maybe a Kotoko air corner stage now, Kotoko air core. That is the Confederation Cup, and I think they will need the services of their former captain, Agadas. If Onon Sujitum said he wants a reunion, I think Agadas will be a quality addition in the Kotoko setup. The one Emma may walk that belief so about Boa Kotoko. He said he is not a player who flew Kotoko. There are some omuko na omuko ditwa mo mo sin aba you clearly could see said we dey in form na den adiko na sin aso mo justify crab akọ be justify ni bi such and Kamen so say Kotoko MFRI. But he's a player who bought behind the Naba Bekahua. You player who will need 2-3 months to warm himself up before so be working into Kotoko team. And idea about Kotoko ehia Mimi Huni said Agada's inclusion never born said as we speak Justice Blay is no more part of Asante Kotoko. Yeah. And when it comes to that midfield department, Kotoko ain't said that they experienced player be on bet me rely on. Enipa a ball season we are not can more than able so near. Obet my boy Kotoko el sa room. Andrews in team man. Unfortunately, we're proud. So Africa na Kotoko ever Kotoko will not be able to count on Andrews in team man. So in that case, they need somebody who will be able to fill that vacuum now in team man age and all. Yes, you say other players even last season there were some players are not able in that midfield room. What is the name of this midfield that you may somebody never called Luna? Tenedu. But one more a lot of games are you bet him the area kwa more Feina set more Ababe Shimu then this boy from Brekum Chelsea Hubert Omunina Ababe, but they are not players are more experienced than Wasra. Like I said, with this Kotoko mark counter on them at the Akobo Africa. So I believe that if management and an air transfer strike deal now the two parties are happy. I got a soul said you are quite ewa manani and get to say Obe Tunisia now fana if you oversee from Kotoko Biamana, he will want to one day wear the Kotoko JC again. As if any him say and chekra and Komona Ebobano, I think that say two parties no mutually ever to I'm understanding about Agadas will be a good addition into the Kotoko force because they need a player of his profile in the midfield unit. So destructive work no better. We watch Kotoko House and clearly not how to folk midfielders no. Whereas now your boy Rafael Ponza, dominance or who say no more dominance when it comes to say more and yet that robot system of play. Kotoko needs such profile, especially when you go to play in Africa. Midfielders are bully, midfielders are strong, midfielders are almost stage are intimidating. Kotoko need a profile of a brand here. Your friend Sarah Word Agadas man who supporters need be sent some of social media, bringing old videos, be and then nearby. Baby, that is not what is important. The truth is that sporting wise, Kotoko here Agadas are now Uhiano. And with Enema Mabobo so that sporting wise, Kotoko needs Agadas. When it comes to up the pitch and seminar one, the current administrators, current coach, and Agadas will be an issue.
Now we say
the Agadas issue had to do with previous administration and the then coach. Currently, Zito and then the backroom staff, and then an Penkra, Coach Chrisia Pia, Omo Makomon. I don't think there is anything Agadas ever between Omo and also Omo. So for sporting reason, say team nothing else no bet me meeting the demands. Boy, it's wait me about to the standard and I level Kotoko. Everything offer I think a plus sign in Kotoko. Because yet behind the scenes, he said Sambo O'Neil is not ready to play the number 6 role. So they need somebody who is that radical or a bit of flair. So they need an active midfielder, destructive one. Going into Africa, and Agadas is that profiler. Kotoko Indian, I think about
final free no meaning baby out of the final.
May last 3 minutes in under 24 and share. It's sad, but we played against a tough opposition our African continent, so in Nigeria. So there's MON-FRI and then Quadano. This is our first match. We have to go prepare, warm ourselves for other games that I can. Yes, on the Nojina bench. Yeah, more up for other games now. I can now yenko yeni. What they are not doing, you see, Prince Tegwa some now or can't edit chain. A idea, ya repeat, and our Prince of Ghosts ended the ever better so. Me maka, and I'll repeat again. Say. Ye league ni beye ya. The Ghana Football Association a role to play. Omo die ewum. But say ye Kotoko ni a house sorry ya. Kweku. Ombema ejuma na ye fo e dey ama the Football Association. Like I keep saying, before you became a Busuan Dwarf supporter, you are one way or the other a hard to folk or a Kotoko fan.
Dabi.
Before you became a Diana Star supporter, and you are making a statement, and before you became a Diana Star supporter, you are a one-way Hearts-of-Folk Kotoko supporter. Before you became a Brekum Chelsea, and made the Yama, whatever team you support, one way or the other, you are either a Hearts-of-Folk fan or a Kotoko fan. And I feel Kromono, a Biabao, and now for some reason, Team Biabe is the side team, no, Wabe does a team now or support. And when these two teams are performing, when they pull masses, no, like I keep debating, so on any day, I'll keep debating and tell them it is not true factually. Our numbers no. Kotoko boost to 4 million, 5 million, house boost to 4 million, 5 million, but they have numbers. It is a omumi active. Now you a league. House A lead, Kotoko da second, Kotoko lead, House A da second. Yebo FA Cup, Kotoko ne how to work everyone was semi-finals. Omo at the cup finals are. The excitement will come. The joy will come. People will troop in to Venus to watch. They be a casa smaller clubs, no game will move your park a bomb. Matches na park a bomb. It is when they are playing against the Kotoko House of Folk. And the bomber. And your supporters ne door suburu subia. Kotoko House of one army in their numbers across the water. Is it that they are going to do their away team now? Say Kotoko Nekwa, it does a house of walk home team number my Kotoko against house never Kotoko Foko or my again. The two clubs have two experienced managers or managing their affairs. Kotoko yes signers, they are kind of same. How to folk during this period will also be able to give us quality players. They will build upon present cup performance now of modernity. Next season, let's play 8 games, 10 games. Now how to folk Kotoko compete for the number 1 spot.
Abi Mate.
Matches park a bomber. You don't need anybody.
Share 8 mami and Avra so some fight in so Yanko Yen PJ. Remember now.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko club down. I'm not sure say unya play you Kotoko da. Nasa we free club nasa we call. Nasa we catch and say umana kwenye Sambra club we deny that fact that. This a player or buyer no. On one G2 say indiscipline. Yes. Time and Richard Bodu Agadas, Ebodema Kumasi Santo Kotoko no. The two most influential midfielders in the FIFA Kotoko was a certain Agadas and Richmond Lamptey. It got a moment in time. Kotoko Football Club no, fell in love with Agadas. They fell in love with Richmond Lamptey. man the before football club no the last season no or the omu D4 and I say our Taro no ja club no coin or the omu D4 or before football club but he needs to blend a lot of players together. Players now has to focus currently as we speak, you know. Say the drama and so how they play pattern. And then the kind of football now or boy the man has to focus against Kumasi and Kotoko now. He played beautiful game. But he will need 2 or more additional quality signings to Accra House of Folk team. No? House of Folk team should understand. I know, say, House of Folk or more precedent, any the kind of signings or money in the football club or more other football clubs in the canon. Some other clubs, no, not some football players. But things a club never see as some play the football because of the kind of issues are across Enya with other football clubs when it comes to contract issues and when it comes to say what to play na Otria and as a selling clause or contract you know also do see come out. It has become a problem for Accra House of Folk. But so who is our problem in their tongue here? The management, any people or more handle Accra House of Folk should understand say baby I did drama ni edruno. Any one of body ma Accra House of Folk meeting against Kumasi and Kotoko, the kind of play now boy in the very first half of that particular presidential cup. It was fine football for House of Folk. And I believe, say Wunya Didi Dramani, that's or continue the project for Accra House of Folk. You should add 2 or more additional signings to the football club. Say that Didi Dramani team in the very next season, he can easily do well for the football club. But Onkofa, coach Nimba, now we expect to say that already made players no more football club now to me. No more money, Enkoye and now Watara no. You expect Didi Dramani to use that same materials. And the Enkoye and from Accra House of Folk. They need quality and top signings for Accra House of Folk.
Omeye signings.
Omeye signings. Ache.
Omeye. My test is there. You call my TSG. Franka Mankwa.
Omunyan intentem.
Omeye. Omeye signings.
Because DIABY last season. Check it out on the signing Benjamin Asare. Check it out on the signing some of the players with the football club. It got a moment in time. Now I was saying Watara could predict with executives.
Omeye signings.
Oh yes, signs. I am quite enough former football. Coach no.
Oh, last say you got any ding come on. Former Lions captain.
Ali Mohammed.
Ali Mohammed. Omo yeni na wi.
Say na who this
uncle. Franka Mankwa. Franka Mankwa mo TSC actually.
Mo TSC koto.
Ampezo omo ni wi. Omo ni players be didn't come on mo yeni. Omo already no
quick.
No more agree this be over there.
Change of manager necessary. The previous agreement was coach. Dada na no. Now there is a new coach.
Come on,
Nti honorable move different direction. Coach behind the profile of players on open.
As you follow see na.
Kill a movement into no. Omuku players no one na coin. But Franka Mankwa issue now o kan. Say across folk to see Franka Mankwa here. Me enye no one. Because Franka Mankwa as a player I show the interest of joining Kumasi and Kotoko. I don't know the reason, the very reason here that move for Franka Mankwa to Kotoko the delay. Because boy, many boy in Akasa. He loves Kotoko. He wants to play for Kotoko. But I don't know the very reason here that contract and I said that kind of deal delay the Kotoko House of Folk at TSH. He is a fine midfielder. Franka Mankwa moving to Accra House of Folk. I think the Didi Dramani on executed deal in 10. And farmer boy, no mission farmer football club because the playing star no person born there. He will need 2 or 3 players for the football club.
Mate, medal pa kwa virus.
Funny.
So we watch mommy and any MPG me
each and every single time you can't have to focus obiti baby may think say be oh yeah or muboni on poor masem or something. Kogu. If we are CIT. So be pamu coach. Why do you form a committee to include the coach? Coach now be any players didn't come up on your behalf. No one didn't come on we are. Then you sack the coach. Now your coach, advisor to the board. And now a new coach comes in and need to renegotiate. And even some of the players on pair because the system and this player coach the system so he want to bring in other players. So they so every time, every season has to be deal on Mwangasa own success. And if you look at Nyoma Didi Dramani here with Niema and as a players in Krano against Kumasi and Kotoko, I should tell you wait my more. So he need players that sit into the system, that understand the DNA, and making how swift about because he wasn't part of the conversation. It was Unyabe Konchaya opani e friend maso kino do na players ni na na folk no mu di nkomo da na no na ba ko betina ha
I was still mu pebi mu
so nti no eno no sa no mana ye di hu nkomo no so season e end na so be pam coach onim dada wo because no man koso na you know say at this point we can't take it anymore nti e ba be sack coach so you don't form a committee and add time back onto the committee when you know so be pam no what is the need in teams na kese sometimes you don't really understand them but omo he no muntimi enye ne oma ye kwaku kotoko vivio there is no better place nti currently the kotoko midfield so open number 6 brain and saying kotoko matches and you be an open na yes had that is what we are talking about teams are backroom ama yahu se kotoko for no se team na teku sempoa na team no enso ekwa ho hihim. He is a player that came to work under Kumasa Sanekotoko. He delivered and okoye nti se wo back na se yampa na per report 85% I take say yampa no ba join Kumasa Sanekotoko. He is a good player obetimi abo mo. We played against the defending champions, which is the year under 20 against Nigeria. But no, my MON-FRI and we say Abuanda defending champions when we had the opportunity to win. Yes, Abuanda defending champions. Indeed, we are okay. That mentality is the more reason why your national teams know grow. When you get the opportunity playing against Nigeria, he is the defending champion. But when you chance I say not just that defensive mentality. They say, oh, you bought those things. Me say, when we are playing against a team you beat Yashena, Yenshani Nice Adena, any body against defending champions. That is the conversation. And then why Ghana is a powerhouse. And planning for me now, you may na Ghana football needs to trust and needs to trust it. Into Marika, Saturday night, see a friend who said, your friend is a football nation. We are not a football nation. There is no single football nation or as who are only park qualified to play international match. We are not football nation. But I don't try and say, yen to give me a home. In Nigeria, why I show a near for no man 2 years. Near Yasan, we saw 20 a year, sir, you 20 Afcon Yazi. In Morocco. The penalties no.
Egypt.
You bet me warm because of Egypt. The better was a company in my idea. Idea Ben.
A mentality there.
Mentality no
is something. Now no Sundowns the what tournament. Who are players who will qualify? You show you know about if you say we are 4 points to buy idea.
You see that kind of mentality is the more reason why you over be away.
Africa.
What I say.
And
no.
O menasu.
Omoko ko na so omoko krura ho.
Yeah, omoko.
Very good. Matete say omo say so omo fa manfo na omo support, support. That is the EP. So that is the EP. Dr. Mwakonkene, sports minister, and a krura kambumwa. Letterhead in the brofo bar. You can't reject. Now, more chance regional. We need that money to help.
I never say we don't say you're canning in our not to say that is a pack of bomber. We be disappointed to see. Where's that a Nigerian and feminine sign back? Oh, yeah. Boys and Nano Kotogo training grounds or cry or more born and more. It tells us a Nigerian Babanti boys and also Nano boy or boy supporters in any aji or Montois or not. It's a South Africa. Now I call, no, I call Che, I'm a caution for. Now why you Muaduma? On where Kaiser Chiefs Muaduma. A month for Beshas, a month for Bepe, I've been wearing some food, a boom power. Yes. When some of you are a test, I could go to 4 matches, Nissan, one, young Priman, has to focus now. Now, coach, now I can't last 6 matches. Then, much to be as well, no demand. Some matches are now a day. Mate, why? But Minia Aristotle, Urwani Chemo, Pan Heart Specialist Hospital. Aristotle, bro, Mechiao pa, Obujman Subruta. As Emzemi Debia, me code video on yade, Eko Kuye, Niadia. Na, programs when Yazimin Chia, and the Wafasem, Urwani Chemo, Chimota, Christian Villager, Ona Wafawo. As in the no car bia and I just hope bia no realm of facility. And I program when down permanent. To be wonder accord I mean pay to cow on our country. To wonder accord. Oh, call for our Bemau. PM now if you say we here you say we program manager. Of I heavy rough. This will be Judy Bruta. I be a call 30 seconds who will be a Chana.
Well we are called Michia Ghana for and a Ghana before you now.
Matigana before you. My show.
DIABY. Yako mamiko Cape Coast anti Araba Duru London Bridge or Honona Sabun Kumona anti Araba Choba or Hono Mami Yamisha Martin Crasses or Hamilton Day Yamisha Pamichachi will be oh yeah
Mate aye how dear yeah man cocaine asem Kwaku Obani force you
Obani Mami also Mami from an Inchirimu Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Na mentia Musa Winger Sportswear. Musa Winger Sportswear. Don't care kwa upe boot papa, upe Jesse papa, atwa. Musa Winger Sportswear. Omo Jesse, omo boot papa. Ama don't care. Neba. Oye Kev na mi yabe kans matchro. Me ye Kev na hwa na Musa Winger Sportswear wo. Okwa Jesse papa bia upe bia boot ball bia otobi ho ko pebito de tiene say Saturday we o club our support Jesse on Sabeka from Musa Winger obi o ha bia Sabeka into wani ai o adeba asema
ya man nipa fere no
na men sanchia ferry
to de bi wa ya
amenchia ferry we immigration officer mamenchia ne na men kan say ma distance na me atu na nim onim na wanya DBCBC.
Fair ni Obana be.
Me say me cha ferry or immigration officer.
Obana be.
Ferry me cha.
Or Obana be.
Machi obi ozo Obana be ma.
So ye chi.
Masa. We won say get you.
Are you that large out here?
Yeah,
Min kabi ni mayazem
Corporal Ibrahim Hajia.
Min kabi. But me must be recovery.
I accept to Hajia Sabato.
School na ma ya.
It'll be biase. It'll be around we Kikako weekends or Thursday, Friday into for about 2 4. I'm on now for this year. Boys, hey,
now for now, I do go to Wabo.
Dawson, I'm sure we are. You must share your butcher.
Taylor for Pole, no Taylor, no.